Come on, United! Oh, no, wait, we're shit. What's going on, everybody? We are not doing too well at the moment. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us and getting in here for tonight's show. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you lads and lasses. We're here to discuss the latest Manchester United news and goings-on of the day, as we do on this channel every single night around about 10 o'clock. We're a little bit late tonight, though, but welcome in, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for the show. Yes, indeed. We are here to discuss the latest happenings. What's good, peeps? Thank you for joining us. Let's see who's in the chat. We've got Mr. FJT, Real Killers, Stay Gold, Chocolate Salty Balls, Alex Core, You Are, Zip, What's Up, United Prodigy, MT, Woody, Gordon, Mark Coughlin, On The Head Football, CD, Rainman, get in there, you legends, Rush Mano as well. Thank you. Yes, indeed, we are very close to the 75,000 subscribers. Look at that. Only 5 people away. 5 subscribers away from a massive milestone of 75,000 subscribers. You're right about that one, my son. Thank you very much for noticing. And yes, do us a favour at the start of this show. Smash that like button on it if you haven't done so. Hit the thumbs up on the video. That would be awesome. Give us a massive like boost and see if we can get to 100 likes just like that. Also, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. We are devilishly close to getting to 75,000 subscribers now, so please do subscribe and get involved. If you're new to the channel and you want to get involved with the chat, etc., you do need to be subbed to chat, but once you are subbed, you can chat, so get involved. Let's go. Yes, indeed, Tommy Boyle, get in there. What's going on? Well, you know, maybe. I mean, let's not piss all over Ten Hag's parade just yet. It's very early doors, mate. What there, Woody? What you talking about, my son? What's up, Larry, Sir Jummy, James T, Ahin, hello, yes. Everyone, thanks for joining. Right, okay, at the start of this show, do us a favour, smash the like button, share it around, subscribe if you're new, and get yourself involved throughout the show. It's an interactive chat, of course. We will be having a dip in and out of the live chat throughout the show, and we'll have a big Q&A at the end. Also, share us around on social media. The link is pinned to the top of the live chat for you to go and repost us on Twitter if you want to do that. That will help us out massively. Oh, shit, the Bedved Pavel Nedved. Look at this. Gordon has just gifted out 5 memberships on the channel right away at the start of the show, mate. 5 new members. Courtesy of Gordon. It's a Phil Jones attack. Dude, fair play to you, Gordon, man. Thank you so much for gifting out 5 memberships there, dude. That is very generous of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, my friend. And thanks for making 5 people's dreams come true there by dishing out the members, my son. Everybody get some love in the live chat there immediately for Gordon now. He has just gifted out 5 memberships. Very kind of him. It's gone to Clint Torres, Mark Coughlin, Pete Morris, On The Head Football Live, and United Prodigy. Get in there. Very worthy people getting the membership, apart from Clint, of course. I'm joking. But yeah, welcome into those new members. Thank you once again to Gordon. That is absolutely amazing, mate. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, Marky Coughlin says you're a star, Gordon. That's really kind. Thank you very much. Get in there. Love that. Thanks for the raw tippage. Right, let's get stuck into the United news. But big love to Gordon once again. We have got... Oh, Jesus Ramirez has subscribed. 3 subscribers away. We might well do it during this show, everybody. Matthew Smith has given out a membership as well. Get in there, Smitty. Thank you very much, bro. He's gifted out a membership. It's gone to Josh Hernandez. Look at that. Mate, Matthew Smith coming in there with the raw love as well. Thank you so much, dudes. Mad support at the start of this stream tonight. Cheers, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Matthew Smith and Gordon, for getting in there raw. And look at that. I love that. I love that avatar, mate. I love that avatar. Hashtag Glazers out. Get in there. Green and gold until the club is sold. Piss off, Glazers. We got some Glazers shithouse news to get into in a little bit, actually. Before I do, just going to talk about the sort of position, the situation at the football club right now. Obviously, Ten Hag and the players, the injuries, all that sort of stuff. So, thank you very much, Matty Smith. So, to start off the show with then, Mr. Gary Neville has been talking about the situation at the football club, obviously, in regards to not just the shithouse Glazers, but obviously Ten Hag and what's going on, the start we've had to the season, etc. And this is basically what he's had to say. He said Ten Hag's got some situations in there. Sancho and Maguire, for instance, don't know the damage that they are having. But in terms of his work on the pitch, I don't think Erik Ten Hag will change. The fact of the matter is there have been many good managers, over the last 10 or 12 years since Sir Alex Ferguson left, who have found challengers managers at Manchester United. So this is true, isn't it? I mean, look, there's been obviously good managers that have struggled at United. I think the main culprit is, of course, the ownership and the way that the football club is run. But aside from that, Ten Hag, I think, does have to maybe change one or two things in the short term, which is just maybe give some chances to the younger players. I really don't think, though, that it helps that he has all these injuries at the moment, and that also there's players in the side that are causing issues, whether it's their fault or not. The Antony situation, the Greenwood situation, the Sancho situation, the Maguire situation, the McTominay situation. A lot of cash merchants at the football club, no doubt, who shouldn't really, or some of these guys that I've just mentioned, certainly shouldn't be here any longer. But they are here. So he's having to sort of manage players that he doesn't really want in the squad. He's having to get something out of these players who don't really want to be here anymore because they know that they're not wanted by Ten Hag in the squad. And you've got all these off-the-field problems as well. I mean, what does that actually do for the confidence and the stability of the side? It takes a big fat steamy piss all over the confidence of the side, to be fair, having those issues going on. And so he's in a pretty tricky position, I think, at this moment. We also, let's be honest, didn't have a significant enough of a transfer window to really go and challenge the top teams. And I think we're feeling that now. We're feeling a lack of real, true investment by the shithouse Glazers in the summer. We should have been going out there and signing the best of the best of the best, but we cheaped out as we always do. More or less. We cheaped out more or less. There's a couple of players we spent significant cash on, but we cheaped out more or less. I mean, listen to these comments from Gary Neville as well. I agree with these as well. He says, I never thought for 1 second that Manchester United would challenge Manchester City and Arsenal from the players they bought in. I mean, I felt we could challenge Arsenal, to be fair, because Arsenal were just fundamentally shite. But they did spend big in the summer. They did bring in big players like Rice. He says that would have needed a Harry Kane type signing, or Declan Rice as an example. They didn't have the money to do those types of signings. Been saying it all summer long, guys. We should have been getting a Harry Kane type signing. If we'd have got Harry Kane in, I'm sure he would have been firing us to victories in the opening part of this season. But we cheaped out, didn't we? Okay, some people may not see Rasmus Højlund at £72 million as a cheap signing. But I mean cheaped out in terms of having the ambition to really go and do something and try and get the best of the best of the best, like Gary Neville says here. We should be doing our utmost to try and sign the best players. So, okay, perhaps we did spend on Mason Mount and Rasmus and Onana, but we sort of spread our bets there. We ended up signing a bunch of reasonably priced players rather than going to sign the best of the best of the best, I think. So we did cop out a little bit in the summer transfer window, I think, in regards to like truly going for it. Harry Kane would have been immense. Smash a 1 in the chat if you would have liked to have seen Harry Kane signed instead of, say, I don't know, Mason Mount and Andre Onana, maybe. I'm not going to criticise Ten Hag signings right now just yet. It's early doors. But smash a 1 if you would have preferred to have seen Kane come in instead of those two. Because that's what we could have done. That's the amount of money involved that it would have taken to go and get somebody who's the best of the best of the best at what they do. And he would have fired us to supremacy probably in a short term. Whereas these guys that we've gone and got, it's just like spreading the bets, cheaping out throughout the squad. And it's crap, to be honest. What the fuck were we thinking? We've just, I don't know. Why have we done that? Matthew Smith, thank you for gifting out another membership on the channel. Let's go. Matthew Smith getting in here with another member. Appreciate you, dude. It's gone to NH. Welcome aboard to NH and big love. Get some green and gold emojis in there for this Glazers out legend, Mr. Matthew Smith. I appreciate you, Matty Smith, lad. Thank you so much for another gifted membership, bro. Nice one. And we've got a new member, Red, as well, who's become a member of the Baker Brigade. Get in there, Red. Get your Phil Joneses in there to welcome him, Red. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yeah, quite a few ones coming in here. Pete Morris says 1. Mohammed says 1. Michelle says 1. Vinny B. You know, a lot of people saying, yes, they would want him. I mean, I don't know, Rushy. I mean, certainly in terms of, like, the wages, I guess you could say the wages and the fact that he'd be leaving in a few years for nothing is a reason why the shithouse Glazers didn't want to spend the money on it. But they did actually spend money elsewhere in other areas of the team, which when you do the maths, we obviously could have just not done that and gone and signed Harry Kane, apart from that, yeah. The other signings we signed are not depreciating assets. They're appreciating assets, if anything. The likes of Højlund, for instance, only 20 years of age. In 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time, 7 years' time, if he's to be sold, he's going to actually have some sort of value, probably more so than what we paid for him. Whereas Harry Kane, you're investing in Harry Kane. You've got to give a rival in the Premier League £110 million, for instance. Then you've got to pay him 400k a week nearly. And then he's going to leave for nothing in 3 or 4 years' time. So that's the problem there. That's why. But let's be fair. If we had better owners, if we had more ambitious owners, they wouldn't care about that. They would just want to get the best players to try and win the most games, to try and win the titles, to try and challenge and make us as good as we can. So we shouldn't be thinking too much about finances, shouldn't be thinking too much about saleability or appreciation, depreciation, all this sort of guff that they're talking about. We should just be going to get the best that we can now, even if it's short term, and if we had the right owners, we would be prepared to do that, I think. So yeah, we don't have the budget because of the shithouse Glazers. That's the reality, really. They were not prepared to spend behind the scenes, because it's not just the initial transfer fee we're discussing here. It's obviously the extra cost, the wages and the depreciating asset side of things. So that's why they're absolute scum, to be fair. Gash, says Travadino. FFP's another concern. Yeah, okay, FFP, I get that. But at the same time, Man United did spend 60 million on Mount. We did spend 50 million on Onana. We did spend 72 million on Rasmus Højlund. So, you know, in terms of the actual money spending, come on, we're already spending that money. We didn't spend it particularly well, is the answer here. We didn't spend it particularly well. But look, Ten Hag's obviously in a tricky position because he's having to sort of manage a squad with a lot of issues going on, a lot of injury issues as well, and a few players in the squad that he doesn't even really want there. So let's be honest, there's a bunch of players at United that Ten Hag sort of decided that he doesn't even want to keep around, and certainly was happy to see them go in the summertime. McTominay being one of them, Maguire being another one of them. If it was down to him now, and it was possible to get rid of Jadon Sancho, I'm sorry, pack his bags for him and tell him to fuck off, Jadon, because he's obviously fallen out of sorts with Ten Hag at the football club now, and he's causing issues behind the scenes. And so, you know, look, Ten Hag here having to deal with the fact that we had personally told Maguire, McTominay, Donny van der Beek, Martial, they're no longer required, then the club keeps them because of total ineptitude. So the inability to sell players that either want to go away or that we want to go away makes the whole environment of Manchester United not exactly ideal, is it? Especially when you're backed into a corner where you do actually have to play some of these players due to massive injury concerns. I suppose he doesn't have to play these players, though. That's the fundamental thing here as well. It's like he could have played Medjbury from the start the other day. It's a little bit of a bold move, but he could have done that. He doesn't have to play shitty Scott McTominay just because he's here and he's on reasonable cash and he's a senior player. So it's a bit of both, isn't it? It's down to the fact that we haven't really got the depth in the squad and we haven't got rid of the players that Ten Hag wanted to get rid of, but it is also down to Ten Hag selecting some of the wrong selections, I think, in the last couple of games, like Scott McTominay. It doesn't make sense really to play Shotty McShotbag, McColostomy bag. McTominay does it, but we did do that. Hey, thank you so much for getting in here. Vutilator says we've got 118 likes on the stream. Thank you so much there, bud. Please do hit the like button if you haven't done so, and help us get to 200 likes on this stream. That'd be amazing. Thanks for hitting the likes, everybody. Also, hit the subscribe button. We're very close to getting to 75,000 subscribers, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Hey, Gordon, thanks very much for the $5 super chat, lad. Come on. Get in there. He says, I think it's a bit harsh that people want Erik Ten Hag out with just over a year in charge, but the real focus should be the Glazers first and foremost. Gordon, well said, bro. Smack a 1 in the chat if you agree with Gordon. I do agree with you, Gordon. I think that, okay, look, he has had a pretty bad start to the season. He has made some fundamental issues and errors, I should say, in regards to some of his selections, some of his substitutions lately. But all managers make mistakes. It's how you sort of learn from them and how you come back from them. He has made a couple of mistakes in recent games, but look, it's not time to panic and it's not time to ship Erik Ten Hag out just yet. He did a good job last season. We're 5 games into this one and we've lost 3 in the Prem and only won 2. It's unacceptable, but there's other reasons for it. Like you say, the Glazer shithouse effect. That's the biggest problem at the football club. So I couldn't agree more with you there. We do have problems when it comes to trying to, you know, get the most out of a squad of players that are overpaid, overhyped prima donna meltbags. He's got to call on people like Martial, Maguire from time to time, McTominay, all these guys that we've been trying to get rid of. And it's unacceptable, really. Hey, thank you so much, Rugmuncher007. How are you keeping, my lad? He's gifted out 5 memberships on the channel. You what? What a bloody legend. Thank you so much for gifting out 5 members, bro. Everyone, big love for Rugmuncher007. He's the man with the crazy name. Thank you so much, Rugmuncher007, for getting in here and gifting out 5 members, mate. That is absolutely massive, man. Ocean Beach Steve got one. Real Killers, Dead Rebels got one as well. Michelle Ellis and Football Factory all been given a membership there by Rugmuncher007. Thank you, my son. How you been keeping that? I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, big time. Absolute legend gifters tonight. They're coming in here raw, aren't they? Thank you, Rugmuncher. That's very, very kind of you. I really do appreciate that. Get in there, my son. Oh, oh shit. Dude. Hang on a second. Sir Jummy has gifted out 5 members on the channel. What is going on? Guys, thank you so much to each and every one of you that's taken the time and taken the money there to gift out memberships on the channel and give us a tip, but also make other peeps members. That is sensational. Thank you so much to Sir Jummy. You're a bloody legend, man. One of the pork platooners. Tier 4 members, absolute Don. He's just gifted out 5 memberships. That's so nice of you. Thank you, everybody. Let's get some more love in there for Sir Jummy. What a bloody hero. He's gifted a membership out to Mohammed FN. Howard Garrix is now a member. Andrew Concalves, Transient Ghost, and Neil Bradding. All given memberships there by Sir Jummy. You bloody legends. Guys, what's going on? Absolute lunatics at the start of this show tonight. We've only just got going. We've only just got going, you bloody legends. Thank you so much. Thank you so much there to Sir Jummy as well. Oh, we've done it. Get in there, my son. Come on. 75,000 subscribers, baby. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 75k subs. Dudes, we've hit it. That is so awesome. Look at that. 74. That looks good, doesn't it? 75,000 subscribers. Thank you, Rug Muncher lad, for the alert there. You're a bloody legend. 75,000 subscribers, guys. We did it. That is absolutely immense. Thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed to this channel, and thank you to all the old subscribers, everybody who's got involved with this channel over the years. We have been going over 10 years on this channel, believe it or not, on YouTube. One of the OG Man United football fan channels. So, you know, it's a long time coming, but you know what? We're 3/4 the way to that 100,000 subscriber mark now. You never know. We could hopefully do that in a year or two. That'd be amazing. But we are growing, guys, and thank you everyone for supporting the channel and getting in here and having your say and being part of this community. That's what this channel's all about. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for all the congrats in there. That's what this channel's all about, is the community, the interaction, the chat, It's the legends in the community, guys. That's what separates this channel from a lot of other channels. We get everybody involved. So thank you, everyone who's part of it. Just want to say thank you, everybody who's part of it. And that is amazing. 75,000. Yeah, thank you, Rushmano. Thanks for all your help over the years. Thanks to all the mods. Thanks to all the members who support this channel and help me actually do this. You're a bunch of legends. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I think that's cause for us to play this, isn't it? Let's look at this. Get in there, my son. 75,000 subscribers, baby. We did it. Come on. Get in there. Nice one. Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Seriously, thanks for subscribing. We've got a couple of new subscribers here. Anders and the Nuggy as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, mate. Graphics are awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, big up to Wonton Doodle, a.k.a. Mass, helping this channel out big time. I appreciate it. Get in there, King Boomy. Right, Sin Games, how you doing? And the Cineman's in here as well. What's happening, you legends? I love that video you made, Cineman, on your channel, mate. That was hilarious, bro. If anybody's not seen it, go and check out the Cineman's channel. He's made like a Bacon Brigade, Flying Pig United type video. It's hard to explain. It's basically just like that. You know that Hitler clip where people change the words to other things, where he's ranting in German or whatever. Thanks for insinuating I'm Hitler, by the way. Didn't really talk to you about that, but thanks for putting me in there as Hitler, mate. But either way, it was pretty funny. So check out the Cineman's channel there. Thank you, everybody, the Trooper, everybody else as well. Nice one. Get in there. 75k. Rushmano says Adolf. Thank you, Berber. I appreciate you, mate. One of the OGs of the channel. Thank you so much, bro. Someone said Paddy Power had you on a video. Oh, really? Did they? Okay. I'll have to check that out, mate. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Interesting. Okay. Right, where were we? It's amazing, though, guys. We have hit 75,000 subscribers. It's pretty awesome. I'd like to just say thank you so much to you all who are subscribed and have been subscribed over the years. It's pretty exceptional. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right, I guess we better get back on track with the show, but that is absolutely amazing. I'm buzzing my tits off about that. Thank you so much, Rugmuncher 007, for another £5 super chat, man. Come on, he says, I'm doing good, bud. That was awesome. Play it again, says Rugmuncher 007. Okay, then. We'll play it again very quickly, and we'll have a look at J United super chat as well. He sent a super chat in, and I missed it. Thank you, J United, you legend. Thank you, Rugmuncher, for all the support, guys. I appreciate it. Get in there. J United, thank you so much. Congratulations, you absolute legend. 75k, he says. Thank you, Mark Wallace, as well. Mr. Marky Wallace for getting in here and saying that. That's very kind. Thank you for being a 15-month member, Mark Wallace. Bro. Thank you, Connor. Thanks for using your highlight member. Connor being a 14-month member and saying 75k. And thank you to Paul as well for saying 75,000 subscribers. Congratulations, bro. I appreciate you, Paul. Thank you so much, man. Everybody, big love coming in here tonight. Thank you so much. You're a bunch of heroes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. And NH with his highlighted comment says, we should have kept Ragnick for consulting. 10 hours talent ID stinks. Antony for 100 million. Don't make me effing laugh, says NH. I'm not so sure about that, NH. I mean, that's, yeah, okay. The Antony situation is a little bit guff. We did overpay for Antony, and he has not exactly been great, has he? But a lot of his other signings have looked pretty good. I mean, what about Mr. Martinez? What about Mr. Casemiro? You know, we can't just write off Eric Ten Hag's overall sort of ability to identify talents just because Antony's been shy. Remember, Antony's had some off-the-field stuff as well, which may be a contributing factor as to why he has been so gash. So I'm not so sure about that, you know. I personally think he has signed. It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but what manager doesn't sign a mixed bag of players, to be honest? Even the great Sir Alex Ferguson. How many great players did he sign, and how many bang-average gash players did he end up signing? You know, for every Ruud van Nistelrooy, there's a Jemba. You know what I'm saying? For every Eric Cantona, there's a fucking, bloody Anderson or something. Even though Anderson was actually pretty good by modern standards. If we would take an Anderson right now, wouldn't we? But at the time, he was pretty bang average, let's be real. He achieved a lot, though, at United. Fergie got a lot out of him. But the point I'm making is, not everyone can be an absolute overall success. Yeah, Obertan's a good shout. Bebe's a good shout. These guys, absolutely, you're spot on. So, you know, there's so many signings that are good signings for every manager, and there's always going to be some that fail, sadly. But I must admit, 85 million for Antony looks like a ridiculous, unbelievably gash piece of business from Manchester United at this stage. Paul, thanks very much for that as well, Paul. Get in there, Paul. He says, we needed some good news, Mr. P. Thank you. Yeah, no, that is actually amazing, isn't it? 75,000 subscribers, growing strong. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Paul. You're a bloody hero, lad. Get in there, you legend. Can we get some big love in there for Paul? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And everybody else as well. No, you don't get anything for 75k, Clint, I don't think. Thank you, Simon. But you do get something when you get to 100k. That's right. I'm pretty sure you get like a plaque for getting to 100,000 subscribers. Who knows when that's going to be? It might well be, you know, 2025, somewhere around about there, based on the fact it's taken us 10 years to get to 75,000 subscribers. There is somewhat of a snowball effect sometimes. I'm aiming for 100k subs by 2025, sometime during 2025. That's what I'm aiming for. Zamiassi, thank you, says Piggy. We have to hit Salt Bay to celebrate, says Zamiassi. Zamiassi, you're on your own on that one, pal. I must admit. You know, it's not my scene, that Zamiassi lad. I'm not going to go hang out with that extras from the fucking pirate show or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that, bro. I'm not going to go and pay $2,000 for a glass of sparkling water, mate, with some gold flake in it. That's your scene, that is, bud. You like to just burn money, clearly, with all the bloody super chats and nonsensical guff that you send in all the time. You love to burn money, mate. Me, on the other hand, it's not going to happen, mate. Not going to happen, pal. I'd rather go down to Chippy, get some fish and chips, lad, and, you know, do it the old-fashioned way, mate. Spend a tenner. I'm not going out there and spending fucking 2 G's on a steak like you, sir. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're buying, lad. Unless you're buying. You know what I mean? Cheers, Zane. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate you, though, for all your support over the years. Big up, Zane Miassi, one of the big supporters of this channel as well, seriously. So thank you for supporting the show, mate. On our way to 100k, baby. Thank you, Zane. That's very kind, very kind, very kind. Right, okay, listen, guys, let's crack on. So Ten Hag's position, though, Fabrizio Romano did a bit of a video earlier on, and he did say that it seems like Ten Hag's position at Manchester United seems solid. And I'd say it seems pretty solid as well. I mean, I don't think they're going to sack him off anytime soon. We know that the Glazers shithouses, though, if they stay, do like to scapegoat managers. They do like to put a lot on the managers. There's a reason beyond the manager why United is failing at the moment, because as we mentioned at the start of the show, lack of investment in various areas. Yeah, we spent a bit of money, but that's just what they do to appease the fan base and make it seem like it's not 100% all their fault, so that people now get on Eric Ten Hag's back. I wouldn't be surprised if this is some sort of rinse and repeat gash system that the Glazers have in place, where they set managers up to fail, so that they can just justify sacking them, keep this cycle of mediocrity going, milking the fan base, and so they don't have to spend the absolute massive amounts to go and challenge the likes of Shitty, etc. Because that's what it would take. It would take huge investment to take Manchester United to the top of the table again, and it would take proper ownership. And there's such people who just aren't really involved. They've got a bunch of melters in there who are just making them money, and so they just want to try and pull the wool over everyone's eyes all the time. We've had enough, guys. Hashtag Glazers out, lad. Gordon says, with 75k, you should build an extension to the garage, the pig stand. I prefer a name such as the stable. No, not the stable. That's horses. The pig pen. What's the sty? The sty, mate. The sty. The pig sty. But no, Gordon, this is good enough, mate. We don't need any. This is fine. We don't need no fanfare or anything. Listen, if the channel really grew, then I would probably look at getting a little studio or something like that, and getting a couple of people on board to help us with content and stuff. That would be fantastic. But still at the moment it's just one man in his garage. That's how it's going to have to be for a long time, bro. So, yeah, thank you, Gordon. I appreciate that, though. Get in there, you legend. Get some love in there for Gordon. I appreciate you, dude. Come on. Get in there, my son. Right, so look, it's solid. Apparently it's solid, his position at the football club. Nice one, okay. We need it to be solid, I suppose. We have to back Ten Hag. Do you back Eric Ten Hag, guys? Are you Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out at this stage? I think it's pretty foolish if you're a Ten Hag outer after 5 games, especially with the Glazer shithouses. You should be supporting Ten Hag at this stage. I guess things can change. He can't keep selecting McTominay and bringing Marcy off the bench and not giving youngsters like Pellistri and Garnacho the opportunities. He's going to lose the fan base if he keeps doing that. But if he does change, if he does improve this Manchester United side, then certainly he needs our support and backing. It's not his fault why this is going on, I don't think. I think it's just a bigger problem at United is the ownership and the regime that's going on. Thank you very much there, Kate Cadet. If you say so, my friend, if you say so. In. Absolutely. Glazers fuck off, says Jay Fader. In, of course. Hey, I love that. CD says out. Simon says in. Batman says in. The boos at the subs said it all, people losing faith. Yeah, I mean, they were pretty gash-tastic subs in games. You can't argue with that. Like, what was he thinking? I suppose he's trying to save Rasmus Højlund for the Bayern Munich game, but let's get the job done and get, against Brighton at home first and then worry about that game, which, let's face it, away at Bayern, it's not the most realistic game for us to actually go and get the 3 points in anyway. So do you really need Rasmus Højlund at 100% there? Do you even need to play Rasmus Højlund in that particular game? You'd be better off playing him, but the most important thing would be to try and get a result in that game against Brighton. So I do think that substitute is a little bit on the strange side of things. Starting McTominay really bothered me as well. Don't understand that. Bruno out of position really bothered me. Didn't like that at all. And just, there were some issues there. Even like, say, the Aaron Wan-Bissaka situation. He's brought Wan-Bissaka on for the last 10 minutes. Either Aaron Wan-Bissaka is fit to play from the start and go up against Matoma, or he's not fit and he shouldn't be coming on at all. There's no middle ground there, I don't think. He might have a bit of a knock, in which case you don't bring him on. And now we know that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is actually injured. So that really bothers me because, he is injured now. And it's known that he got the injury against Brighton. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka is set to be out for several weeks after sustaining an injury against Brighton. So that really bothers me. If Wan-Bissaka is not fit to play, then don't play him. If he's not fit to start, don't play him. Don't bring him on even for 10 minutes, which is what he did. So that pissed me off because obviously Ten Hag had a hand in the injury going for Aaron Wan-Bissaka there. That just has to be said. Too little too late with Pellistri and Garnacho. He managed that game very poorly against Brighton. He's got to hold his hands up. He does have to hold his hands up and take that on the chin, sadly. I will back Ten Hag, but I'm not just going to back bad decisions. And bad decision making, I think, is starting McTominay, is playing Bruno out of position, is not giving Pellistri a start, and Bruno in the middle. That would have been much better. I think some of his subs, like bringing Martial on when he did, taking Højlund off when he did. These are bad decisions by Eric Ten Hag, which ultimately cost him and us. So, you can't just blindly support these decisions. He's got got to do better. He must do better. But overall, the big picture at United, Ten Hag's overall managerialship at United, I believe he has actually done very, very well. I mean, he's certainly done a lot more than I thought he was going to do last season. We are only 5 games in. We lost the first 3 games last season, if you remember, and we were all panic stations then. And look what happened. He slowly got the ship back on course, and we started to do well again. So, you know, I'm not panicking just yet, but it is obviously a nightmare start for this season. What can we do with the side? What can we do with the squad? Well, we've got a lot of injury problems. In fact, look at this. Look at all of these players that we've got currently out injured with issues. So Tom Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Rafael Varane, Luke Shaw, Tyro Malacia, Sofian Amrabat, Kobe Mainoo, Mason Mount, Ahmad, Antony, Jadon Sancho. I mean, come on, that is a significant list of players. So it's not like he's got everybody fit and available to choose from. So I guess maybe in 1 or 2 positions he does have to play some of these other players that we don't want to see playing. But he should never have to play Martial, McTominay or Maguire. The 3 M's, the triple M's. The M stands for Melter. You know, we don't have to play the 3 M's. If we play the 3 M's, we're asking for trouble. We don't need to do that ever. He should be giving youngsters an opportunity. Rather than have to play somebody like McTominay, let's give Mejbri a shout then, or Kobe Mainoo when he's back. You don't play McTominay. And instead of, you know, doing what we did, where we're playing players out in position, why not give Pellistri a shout on the wide right there? That really annoys me. So he doesn't have to do that. So he's not perfect, Ten Hag, but let's hope he learns from it. Thank you, Paul, for your $9.99 super chat, bro. Come on, Sue. Get a Sue in there for Paul. Cheers, buddy. He says the man works with the squad daily and works on the plan into every night. Give the man credit for knowing a little more than we do watching on TV, for God's sake. Hey, fair play. That's it. I know people quick to just judge Erik Ten Hag. He obviously selected that team against Brighton because he felt like it was the most likely to get the job done. Perhaps he hasn't seen 4 or 5 years of absolute outright mediocrity from Scott McTominay. And maybe he saw his form for Scotland in the internationals and thought, you know what, I fancy a bit of that. Maybe he can do that for us. But if you're a Man United fan who's watched Man United for the last 4 or 5 years, you know Scott McTominay is shite and doesn't really ever perform. So, you know, it's his own fault in regards to that. But perhaps he obviously felt at the time, look, McTominay's on the back of a good international spell. Maybe, just maybe, he can have a cracker of a game for us. He was obviously wrong about that. And the same goes for bringing Martial off the bench and that kind of thing. So, yeah, let's hope he learns from these, because we all know Martial's gash and provides us nothing. But fair enough. Yeah, he does know more about the squad. It's a fair point there, Paul. Thank you, Paul, for getting in here, lad. You're an absolute don. Yeah, it's going similar to all our previous managers. It is. Hashtag Glazers out. That's the main thing that we need to change. D-Train, thank you for your super chat. D-Train, is that D-Train, is that the mustard? It's the mustard. He says, morning pig. Is it or not? I don't know. Maybe he's just got the same picture as him. I don't know. D-Train says, morning pig. The play under Erik Ten Hag hasn't been great. Unfortunately, last season was lots of scrappy wins under some horror performances. He needs to change something, says D-Train. I mean, okay, fair enough. I mean, I did see an upturn in the way that we were playing football last season. There was an element of that to it as well. But I don't know. I don't know if you're giving enough credit there. I think he did change the style quite significantly last season of how Manchester United were playing. But we weren't amazing and we weren't overly consistent. But we did have a spell of at least a few months where we were really good. So, hey, you know, thank you so much there, D-Train, for getting in here with your super chat, lad. But, I don't know, bud. I don't know. I thought we were quite good overall last season, considering. And when I say considering, I mean considering we still have cash banks like McTominay, Maguire, Martial having to be played. He'd only signed a few players. You know, we did improve certain things, I think. I think we did improve certain things. We weren't amazing. Come on, it's not like we're some immense swashbuckling team ripping teams open all the time. But I think we had an upturn in the way that we were playing. So far, though, this season, it's definitely 7 steps backwards. It's a significant... Oh, it wasn't you, the mustard. Okay, look at that. Just got the same avatar. Nice one. Thanks for clearing that up. But thank you for the super chat there, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks for getting in here, bro. Ultimately, we've got a lot of injury problems at the moment. We've got a lot of off-the-field issues. These are not helping Ten Hag. These are not helping the squad. And then, of course, we've got the Glazers shit-out issues as well. So we've got big injury problems, big old injury problems taking place in the side. Really, really big injury problems. Thank you, Mbappe James, for the super sticker there, my son. Come on. Get in there, Mr. Mbappe James. Love for him as well in the chat. Cheers for that, dude. Absolute don. Mark Harris, how you doing? He says, same old crap, different toilet paper. No youth policy buying bum players. Fair one, fair one. I mean, you can't argue with the fact that we just haven't really turned to the youth when we should have done so far. No chance for Alvaro Fernandez, went and gone and got Reguilon. No chances for Mejbri, only off the bench, started McTominay. No chances for one of our young forward players who could come on and do a job as a substitute. Why do we have to go and turn to Tony Marcio, who's proven rubbish? It's a fair point you make. I can't disagree with you. I think that he does have to start having a youth policy, and it's not working out at the moment. Play the youth. Hashtag play the youth, guys. That's what we need to do. I couldn't agree more. That's United's identity anyway. That's what we should be doing. So yes, Ten Hag has to learn. He's not perfect, but let's not blame him entirely, because it's foolish to blame him entirely. The players performed like absolute gashbags the other day as well. Think about Casemiro. So Casemiro, he's come out and talked about the situation at the moment. Well, talked about the fact that we need support, obviously, and, he hasn't been good this season. He looked awful in the game against Brighton. Does Ten Hag really need to go and tell Casemiro not to be shy? Casemiro is a seasoned, experienced player. He should be knowing what to do. So the fact that he's playing so poorly, these players need to step up as well. Cassie said, I had a lot of success in the Champions League with Real Madrid, but I'm a Manchester United player now. I think one of the keys is the support of our fans. You also need players of qualities in all positions, which we don't actually have at this moment in time. So this is if United are going to do well in the Champions League. Palistri's been talking about it. I hope he gets a chance in the Champions League this Wednesday. I really do. Palistri says Manchester United deserves to be there. And as we are Manchester United, we have to give everything. We certainly do need to see a lot more from the players as well. And Ten Hag needs to change some of the selections by giving chances to some of the players that deserve a chance, like Palistri, and maybe drop some of the players who really don't deserve a chance, which he's been reluctant to get rid of just because I guess they're senior players, but there's certain players who are just underperforming at this football club as well. Zamiasi, thank you for your super chat here, bro. He comments, who will get fired first, Ten Hag or Pochettino? Well, look, Chelsea are more of a chopping and changing, sack the manager type club. United have done it a few times over the last few years, of course we have. But Chelsea are known for being proper sackers, aren't they? They sack managers off very, very quickly and very easily, and they literally just scapegoat the manager every single time. So I do think Pochettino will be the one to get sacked first. What are they, like 13th in the league at the moment? I think they're one place below Man United. It's a toss-up at this moment in time. They're both doing unbelievably gash at the start of this season. Poch has only been there 2 minutes, though. But just with how Chelsea operate, I know it's not Roman Abramovich who's the owner anymore. He's the real guy that was known for just chopping and changing managers if he wasn't happy with them at all. If they didn't get instant success, you're gone. But I just think because Chelsea are that type of club, probably more likely that Pochettino bottles it and he gets sacked off before Ten Hag. I think we'll keep the faith in Ten Hag probably until at least towards the end of the season, unless we're like mid-table by Christmas, in which case he'll probably get sacked and the Glazers shithouses will scapegoat him again. But I'm going to say Pochettino. I'll ask the live chat on that one though. Thanks for your super chat saying, who will get fired first, Ten Hag or Poch? Genuinely believe it will be Pochettino out of those two options there. Hey, thanks for your highlighted member comment here, Ocean Beach Steve. He says, as an Everton fan, love this channel because we're playing shit. Cheers, Piggy. Ocean Beach Steve, hey, tell me about it, lad. You're not the only one. Thank you, Ocean Beach Steve, for getting in here, lad. We got a toffee in the gaff. Welcome in, Ocean Beach Steve. Thanks for being a member of this channel and getting your highlighted comment in there. That is awesome, lad. I appreciate you. Get a #1 in there for him. Thank you, Ocean Beach Steve, for being a member of the Bacon and Egg Brigade for 1 month. Love that. Yeah, there you go. It's like interesting, Paul. Cassie does deserve to be kicked up the arse. The only problem is he's such a big player for us that you're sort of reluctant to, and he's got that big European experience. You're reluctant to drop him. But based on actual form and performances this season, he actually should get dropped. That's a bold statement. The only problem is we just don't have anybody else to come in, really. We've only got youngsters. I guess you give them a chance, but it's the Champions League against Bayern. We're not going to drop Casemiro for that game, I don't think. I can't see that happening. Nice one. The Mustard says we've got 194 likes. Guys, take a second to hit the thumbs ups on this video if you haven't done. Help us get to 200 likes. We're nearly there. Give us a like spike. Right, so we could do with some more players right now, couldn't we? It doesn't look like United are going to sign anybody, by the way. So we do have an update from Fab, which just says that United are not really in the market for signing any free agents right now. So there are some free agents available. People like Lingard, De Gea, we're not really in the market to sign anybody to help out. We just have to do with what we've got at this minute. FJT, thanks for your highlighted comments. Says Wes Brown, number 6. He's been a member for 6 months. Come on. Thank you so much there, FJT. Appreciate you, dude. Hashtag 6 for FJT. Thanks for supporting the channel and being a 6-month member, mate. That's awesome, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't show the Cineman video, sadly. You're going to have to check it out on his channel, Matthew Smith, because of copyright. I don't own the footage to it or anything, so I can't actually show it on here. But, you know, go and check it out on his channel. It's hilarious. I'm sure he'd like the views anyway, so go and check out the Cineman's channel. Absolutely. Furkan Aaron, thank you for your 1.99 super chat. Says your prediction for the Wednesday game. My prediction for the game? Pain. Unfortunately, I think pain. I think it's going to be a loss. I'm going to try and remain optimistic and say that we get a goal, which is very unlikely away from home against Bayern at this moment in time with how toothless we are. I'm going to say we lose 3-1. That's my prediction. Get your predictions in there, live chat, for the Bayern Munich versus Man United game. But I'm going to say we lose 3-1. How can this Man United side, who are looking so bad at the start of this season and performing so poorly, go to Bayern Munich and smash them up in their own backyard? It's so wishful thinking. We're going to get drubbed up, guys. We're going to get drubbed. I can't imagine any other outcome than a drubbing. And if it's not a drubbing, then it's because we've gone and set up super defensive and negative and just gone to try and not get battered. And we end up losing a tight game of a defensive nature. You know, that's what I can see happening. 2-1 Bayern to Simon Mbappe. James says 7-0. 4-1 says Ryan. 3-0 says PJ. 4-0. 3-1. 4-1. 4-0 says Johnny Gallagher. 4-0 says Staygold. 2-0 says Clint Torres. 2-2. Yeah, sure you can. Is it okay if I put your watch-along highlights video up on Extra? What do you mean the watch-along highlights video? The one that's on my main channel? If it's a different sort of edited video that you've done or something, then yeah, definitely. But otherwise, if it's the same as my channel, I don't really see the why would that... I don't know. I mean, yeah, go for it. Go for it. I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? But it is on my main channel as well, though. Naz, get in there. Everyone, thanks for getting in there. But yeah, go for it, Jamsa. Why not? Why not, eh? 6-0 says Duke of Rodtown. 7 says Jonathan Jackson. Oh, the one you done. Oh, yes, definitely then, Jamsa. Yeah, if it's a bit different. Yeah, that's spot on. Absolutely. Please do, yeah. Okay, nice one. Great stuff. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to the Clips channel, it's Flying Pig United Extra. Please check it out, guys. There's regular content over there. Clips and stuff galore. Nice one. Right, anyway, let's move on a little bit here, folks. Just quickly on De Gea, so I can see a bit of chat about De Gea. Like Berber's saying he would have not got rid of De Gea, and I agree with you, Berber. You know, in the grand scheme of things, I would have kept De Gea and just worked on getting Harry Kane or something. Using that money, fucking off Mason Mount because he's bang average, and trying to buy Harry Kane. Like Gary Neville says, Gary Neville says we needed something like a big, huge signing like a Harry Kane to give us a kick up the arse that we needed. That's, of course, what we could have done with. But just on David De Gea, funny enough, actually, there is some news about David De Gea right now, and that this will probably fall out as well because he's been linked to lots of different clubs, Bayern, Inter, even Real, lots of different clubs in the summer, and it never happened. But apparently there is a link with, he's having talks with Real Betis at the moment as well over in Spain, so perhaps he could be finding a new club soon. We were all asking, why has nobody gone and got De Gea? He's a world-class shot stopper, a great goalkeeper. He's just, I think, priced himself out of a move because he's a bit greedy and he's used to the finer things, and he gets 350k a week at United for years, and he wants a big wage. So I think that's what the reason was. Zamiasi, thanks for your super chat. Says ex-Arsenal and Spurs striker to score for Bayern. Says Zamiasi. Okay, fair enough, bro. It's quite possible, isn't it? I am a bit concerned. I do think Harry Kane will register on the score sheet. He's just that type of player. He's a quality scorer. It's exactly who we should have gone and got. We didn't go and get him. Bayern have him. Bayern are a strong team. They will create chances for him. And when Harry Kane gets chances, he takes them. He's a great finisher. And he's got fantastic movement, all the rest of it. You know my thoughts on Harry Kane. And he will batter us, probably. If they create a few chances for him, he will score against us, yeah. Very sad about that. You think Rashford will score? Get in there, Ryan. Well, he needs a good game on the back of that absolute atrocity in the second half out last time. Anyway, let's move on, guys. Let's move on a second here to some, there's a reason why Man United are failing so much and we haven't gone and got these players. It's because of the shithouse Glazers. Let's talk about this for a moment because there is some more sort of news and everybody seems to be having their say about it right now. Rio Ferdinand today coming out and just giving his opinion on the Glazers shithouses and basically saying that it's a nightmare. There is no communication going on. There's no communication going on between the owners and the hierarchy and the manager and the fans. There's just nothing going on. It's literally been a shit show of a sale so far. They're supposedly selling the football club. Let's get into the sale update stuff now. They're supposedly selling the football club, but we haven't had any communication whatsoever. You see other teams like Everton getting wrapped up reasonably soon. Chelsea not that long ago wrapped up reasonably soon. United, on the other hand, so slow. And it's just absolutely obscene how long it takes for us to really get this situation wrapped up. We are still hoping, obviously, that we are about to sell it, and that's been the case for a long time, but it's still not gone anywhere. They still are here, and while they're here, we're just facing these miserable situations where nobody knows what's going on. The direction isn't there at the football club. We're like a rudderless cruise ship right now, just floating on the ocean, and we don't know where the hell to go. That's the problem. And so there's no communication really taking place at Manchester United. And look, obviously, the takeover is still being discussed. There's still many outlets suggesting that this takeover is still happening. Here's a latest report as well that just says that things are happening regarding the Manchester United takeover behind the scenes, but the parties prefer to keep it a secret. This is from Fabrizio Romano via Court Offside, who says that things are happening behind the scenes, but all the parties prefer to keep it a secret. Well, yeah, there's non-disclosure agreements, so they can't really talk about it. But crikey, this is going on forever now. It's just the most frustrating, infuriating thing. We've been waiting for so long. We're hoping these wank bags go. I mean, I'm sick and tired of the state of Manchester United now, and I'm sure all of you are as well. Sick and tired of it. We have to do something about this. It's an abomination why we are failing the way we are. We're so bad. How are we that bad on the pitch, and how are we that bad in every single area? It's disgusting. You know, apparently there's stuff going on behind the scenes, maybe new private progression taking place behind the scenes. Let's hope. Let's hope. But I wouldn't be surprised if this just marches on for months and months and months. This Glazers shithouse situation where they're trying to generate as much cash as they possibly can. They don't care how many fans they upset. They don't care how low they sink Manchester United as long as they end up with a big fat golden payday. That's all they care about. So, you know, it is a monster disgrace, but there's plenty of different, you know, people finally now coming out and talking about it. We just heard Rio talking about it, obviously. Gary Neville's been very vocal. Andy Mitten, journalist here, actually released some information today and just said it's time for change. The Glazers have had their time. You know, loads of people coming out saying that this has to happen sooner rather than later. It's a debacle what they've done to the fans. The fact that they've totally miscommunicated with us. They told us a little while ago, 8-9 months ago, that they were looking to try and sell the football club or seek outside investment. And we haven't had an update since. So D. Hellier from the Bloomberg reports that I was told that not much will happen in the process in August and September, but it's believed that the process will progress within the next few weeks. My feeling is that Sheikh Jassim will succeed in taking over the club in the end. So let's hope. I mean, it seems like the whole Sir Jim Ratcliffe link is less likely. There's fundamental issues with the whole Sir Jim Ratcliffe link. And obviously with the possibility of Sheikh Jassim owning 100% of the football club, it's what all the fans would want, that level of investment. And you know, all roads are leading to maybe Sheikh Jassim being the favoured sort of buyer from the Glazers as well. But who really knows? Who really knows what's going to go on and how long it's going to take for this to happen? Because nobody is communicating with us, the fans. Nobody is telling us anything about this whole process. We don't know how long it is. We'd all feel a lot better about it, even if the shithouse Glazers came out and said, we are just working on getting the best deal that we can possibly get, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this deal, and we are expecting that we will be gone in 6 months. Even if they said that, we would feel a lot better about it, even though 6 months is a long time away, and it's too long. Even though that's the case, we'd at least have some sort of a time frame of what's going on. You know, why the fuck don't they communicate with us a little bit? Why does nobody let us know what's happening here? It's so frustrating. For all we know, they don't want to sell the football club anymore and they're staying. In which case, tell us. In which case, tell us. Or release a statement saying we are still exploring possible, you know, new buyers. We're still trying to find an avenue to sell the football club. We're trying to do a deal. We'll keep you posted. At least give us something. They haven't said anything to anybody about this. So it's very frustrating because we're just in the dark completely. And I agree with what Alan Shearer said yesterday, as we quoted him yesterday, where he said that he feels sorry for Ten Hag because nobody knows what's going on at the football club. You've got the Glazers keeping everybody in the dark, potentially selling the club, which means that nobody really knows what they're doing properly. You know, nobody really knows what they're doing. I mean, think of, I don't know, another sort of walk of life, another career, another industry. If there's a big company and there's a big question mark hanging over everybody's head about whether or not they're going to be sold, whether or not people are going to have jobs come the end of it, whether or not people are going to, you know, have to move branches or locations or whatever the case may be, you know, in any other walk of life, if there's a big takeover sort of situation taking place and it's on the cards and it might happen or it might not happen, that creates a certain level of uncertainty within everybody working within that company. And I don't think it is actually any different for a football club. It might seem a bit different because it's a different sort of an industry, you know, of course it is, but it's a sport, it's a competition, but also fundamentally, nobody can be 100% focused on the task at hand when you've got this hanging over you. So it's just a disgrace that this is still going on after all this time, and Man United need to get them gone immediately. So Fabrizio says that this takeover is causing issues. This whole will they, won't they, is this going to happen takeover situation causing issues? Fabrizio says, sorry, that's not Fabrizio. That's Facundo Pellistri quote again. But Fabrizio, talking earlier, said that the whole takeover at Manchester United is causing issues in the daily job within the club. Yeah, the daily running of the football club. It must be a bizarre situation in the club. Nobody knows what's going on. I mean, even Ten Hag doesn't know. Who's to say that if, say, new owners come in, they don't want to go in a different direction? That happens all the time, even if a manager's doing reasonably well. If a new owner comes in, sometimes they just sack the manager off. Is this scenario the perfect scenario for Ten Hag to just focus and do his job? I'm sure it's not the perfect scenario for him. The same goes for a lot of these players probably as well. And the staff and everybody else at the football club. Like, it is a bit of a nightmare. Everybody's doing their job in the dark at the minute. So I do feel a certain level of, of sympathy with those involved, particularly Ten Hag at this moment in time, because nobody knows what's going on. Can we get a hashtag Glazers out in the live chat again, please, folks? Also, if you're just getting in here, guys, make sure you do smash that like on this video. Give us a big thumbs up. Help us get to 300 likes on the stream tonight. That would be awesome. We've currently got 372 legends in the stream this evening. Good evening, all. Get in there. We've smashed 75,000 subscribers. Come on, you legends. We've only gone and done it. 75,000 big ones. Let's be having you. Where are you? Hashtag Glazer shit Mate, Lucas, thank you so much there, Lucas Sarazi. Thank you, Lukasz Sarazi, for getting in, bro, with your super chat here. He says, thank you for the content, Piggy. I hope everyone is doing well. Surely the owners know that a high-flying club would demand a higher price. Bizarre. Yeah, I know. This is it. I mean, they stand to sell Manchester United for the biggest amount of money that a sports franchise has gone for, and they're still not happy. £6 billion would be the highest amount of money that a sports franchise anywhere has gone for, and they're still not happy about that. Bear in mind the amount of money United is in debt, £1 billion, and all that needs to be spent on the facilities and stadia, probably £2 billion. They are valuing Manchester United too highly. So some reports say they're trying to hold out for towards £10 billion for the football club, which is a shambles when you consider the state we're in. We're not even that competitive. Okay, we did finish third last season and win a League Cup, but we're not actually that competitive. We're not an elite side in any way anymore, sadly. And that's all down to them. And how can they really demand 10 billion? You know, if Sheikh Jassim is offering £6 billion, which seems to be what he is offering, they should have snapped his hand off a long time ago. And I think they've got a duty of care for the Man United fans as well to accept that offer from Sheikh Jassim and not Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Because Sir Jim Ratcliffe, okay, might be better than the Glazer shithouses, but if he's just taking 51% of the football club and also keeping the Glazers on in some capacity, but they're getting more per percentage, that's great for them, but it's not great for us. And surely the best thing that the Glazers could do, the final move for them to leave with any sort of respect at all, which they won't get anyway, but any sort of respect, any glimmer of respect, is to hand over the club to the best candidate who could take Manchester United forward for the fans. And that is Sheikh Jassim. So, you know, it shouldn't even be a conversation, really. They should have already done this deal. They should have snapped off Sheikh Jassim's hand for $6 billion and pissed off back to Miami under the rock from whence they came. And then, you know, we can move on. Thank you very much, Lucas. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel, getting in here and watching, lad. Nice one. Much love, much love. Hey, Zamiassi, thanks for your super chat as well here. He says, I'm surprised Disney have not bought a club. They could buy United, build a new stadium, turn Old Trafford into a massive world-class movie studio. And the Glazers. Fucking hell, mate. Out of the pool, Zane. Out of the pool. Out of the pool, mate. No bombing, mate. No bombing in the pool, mate. Get out. Yellow card for you. What is your problem, lad? But fair enough. I mean, I guess you're right about that. But if Disney were going to buy anybody, sure it'd be that Mickey Mouse setup you call an arson hole. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, Man United, no. The Red Devils, you know, that's not really in keeping with Disney, is it, mate? No. They're going to buy anyone that's going to be the shithouses that you call yourselves, to be fair. So I don't really see that, lad. But interesting. It's an interesting one, I suppose, Samiassi. Thank you for getting in here with your absolute nonsense as per. Always have to bring it down to movies, don't you? Turn it into a movie studio, he says. You what? What's that all about, mate? You know what I mean? Why would Old Trafford turn into a movie studio? That's bizarre, lad. Fair enough, though. Thank you for getting in here with your nonsensical comment yet again, though, bro. Much love, much love. He always has to bring it down to movies. I think Samiassi is, I don't know what he does as a job. Is he a casting director or something? Is he a you know, a key grip or something on what does he do? Is he's involved in the movies in some way? He's in James Cameron's back pocket, that's for sure. Thank you though, Zane. Aaron's been a member for 41 months. Check that out. That is a huge one, man. 41 months a legend. Thank you, Aaron. Get some 41s in the chat. Appreciate you, dude. I hope you're keeping up well. How are you resting up, mate? How are you healing up? He says, many congrats, Piggy Legend. Mate, thank you so much. Right back at you as well. Much love to you, Aaron. Thank you so much indeed. Yeah, buzzing, mate. Buzzing my tits off here, lad. Buzzing my tits off. Thanks so much. Get in there, Aaron, lad. I appreciate you. Trying to negotiate first-class voting rights with Sir Jim so they keep us saying, yeah, no, okay, we've heard that. We talked about that yesterday, actually, Chrissy J. If that's the case, it's a disgrace. So let's face it. So if Manchester United end up being bought by Sir Jim and he's got 51% of the club, and I think the Glazers family in total own around 69% of this football club currently right now, which means that if Sir Jim's going to have the control and stake in the football club, i.e. 51%, there should be about 18% left for the Glazers shithouses. Maybe they could buy some other people out and get a bit more. But essentially, with their 18%, they want to continue to have first-class voting rights that you say as well. And this would be a big problem. If Sir Jim keeps the Glazers on in any capacity, he's Glazer 2.0, public enemy number one himself. So what's the point? We don't want that. We don't need that. It's a hashtag full sale only is what gets this club back on track. That's it. Sir Jim's just another Glazer melt, if you ask me. Thank you, Rushmono. We do need a guff emoji. I know we can't actually add any more emojis right now. We're maxed out on emojis. But we definitely do need a guff emoji. You're spot on. Maybe we can actually. I don't know. I need to have a look. It's based on how many members you have. And I don't know. We have gone up a few members recently, so I might be able to add one. Cyrus Ascari, thank you so much for getting in here, lad, with a cheeky little super chat, you don. Cheers, Cyrus. He comments, Manchester United is a disaster class of a club. They will be so embarrassed when playing against Bayern. Ten Hag will have to resign if they lose. Ha ha. Well, Cyrus Ascari, that's not very nice, is it, bud? I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's embarrassing to go to the Allianz Arena right now and lose to Bayern. It depends on the performance. It depends on the nature of which we go about that game and how we lose the game if we lose the game. You know, going to Bayern, we're expected to lose that game, even if Man United were playing well. We're expected to lose that game as far as I'm concerned. Look, we're in a group with 3 teams in the Champions League. We're expected to lose to Bayern away. We're expected to be able to get something at home. We're expected to beat the other teams in the group. That's what United is expected to do. I don't think losing to Bayern Munich at this stage is as embarrassing as people make out. It depends on how we lose. If we get battered 5-0 and we just bend over, then yeah, it's going to be very embarrassing. But actually, you know, a loss against Bayern at any time away from home at the Allianz Arena, it's not really anything to cry about, is it? It happens. But the problem is that because of the situation elsewhere, we've only won 2 out of 5 in the Premier League and lost the other 3. That's where the pressure is now mounting. So yes, this loss against Bayern will seem worse than it actually is if we do lose the game. So it's a fair point, but I don't think it's as much I don't think it's as embarrassing as people make out if we do lose the game. I'm expecting that we get beaten by Bayern. I've already predetermined it in my head that we are going to. Tommy Boyle, get in there, my son. You what? Okay. Oh, you're talking about Zamiasi's job, right? I do wonder. Who knows? Who knows what his career is, mate? Yeah, I know. I do wonder about that. Zamiasi did ask me last week if he could sponsor the channel, actually. We said that in this chat anyway. He never actually made contact with me other than that. But if he gets my number maybe and contacts me on one of his burner phones, you might see next week that this channel is sponsored by crack cocaine. Or this channel is sponsored by methamphetamines. You know what I'm saying? Zamiasi, thank you so much there, Zamiasi. Says, can you do watch along Spurs versus Arsenal? I probably will do a watch along for that game. We'll see. I mean, obviously, I'm going to look at some of the rival games when it's big games. I don't just do other games for the sake of it. But as I've always said, if I'm watching a game of football, I will be doing a watch along for this channel, even if it's not United related. I probably will be doing big games like that. I'll probably be doing Chelsea and Liverpool and City and Arsenal and, you know, all those sorts of type games that should affect Manchester United. Obviously, right now, Man United's a 12th place side. So right now, it's not affecting us. But in terms of the hunt for the top four, I will be watching and covering a lot of those games. So, you know, you can almost bet on it that we will be doing that, lad. Thank you, Curvens Pierre, bro. Curvens, get in there, you absolute legend. Thank you so much, Curvens. He says he's become a member of the Bacon and Egg Brigade. Get in there, Curvens. Look at that smile, lad. What a legend. I appreciate you, Curvens. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and becoming a member, dude. Come on. Get some big love in the live chat there for Curvens. Thank you, Curvens Pierre, lad. That's very kind of you. Welcome aboard. Get your favourite emoji to welcome in Curvens Pierre. Thanks for supporting the channel, lad. Yellow card this clown super chat. Yeah, I mean, I might have to. First class voting rights don't mean anything if someone else owns 51%. Might be a good way to go initially, then get them out eventually. That's a fair point, though. So, you know, a takeover that is basically staggered, essentially. So get the majority now and try and buy them out later. I think that probably is what Sir Jim Ratcliffe would want to do. But obviously, he's not really the favoured candidate to buy the club, it seems, anyway, because of that situation, because of the fact that, you know, he's not looking to just outright buy the football club immediately at once. The Glazers, if they are going to stay in some capacity, want certain rights like we've discussed. It seems like that way anyway. As I've said, it's hard to really know exactly what's going on because everybody has to keep everything very private with non-disclosure agreements and things like that. But certainly, if you listen to the media, it seems like the Glazers are trying to stay on in some capacity, or at least a couple of the Glazers want to stay on and retain some of the football club and maybe still have some sort of voting rights. So that would be a debacle if it's the case, but that is what's being talked about in the press, and you know, I hope it's not true. Hopefully we can just get new owners in and they buy 100% of the football club and it's Sheikh Jassim. Derek Euphemia, thank you very much, Derek, for becoming a super chatter on the channel, mate. Derek, thank you so much, Derek. He says maybe asking nicely will help. Glazers out, pretty please. And yeah, losing to Bayern is just like losing to Madrid. They are just better right now. Derek, thanks so much, Del boy. Appreciate you, Del. Get in there, Derek, lad. Much love. Yeah, I agree with you entirely, really. I don't think asking the Glazer shithouses to go nicely, though, would do much about it. I think we have to ask as horribly as possible. You know what I mean? As horribly as possible. But in regards to the other thing you said, losing to Bayern, it is kind of, especially away from home at the Allianz Arena, you kind of expect it. Go into Germany, in their own backyard. If we get anything other than a loss, it's a cracking result. If we pick up a point in that game, it's a cracking result. Big if, though, right now. Big games is the key one. Yeah, true. Arsenal, are they really a big team? You know, we'll see that. We'll see about that. Thank you so much there, by the way. I appreciate that, Derek. Thank you very much for the super chat there, my son. Much love to you. Much love to you. You guys are going absolutely raw tonight on the 75,000 subscribers special. Nice one. Okay. We have got to 75,000 subscribers tonight, guys. I appreciate you all, seriously. All right, anyway, right. So, takeover of Manchester United causing issues in the daily run under this football club. It's gash. And that's what Fab says. Many people coming out and discussing this situation. It is an absolute debacle. Right, we're going to get into the live chat in a minute, but before I do, I just want to talk about a revelation with Antony, the Antony situation. There is a little bit about Antony, and then we've got a couple more things that have come in here during the show, which Rushmano has kept me in the loop on during the live show, which we're going to just discuss, and then we'll do a rundown of what we discussed, then we'll get into the live chat, so stick around for that. For now, you can keep smashing those likes on the video and keep subscribing and get your thoughts and opinions in here throughout the show. Dutch Christ says Zane said he's a property investor about 2 years ago. Oh, fair play then, Dutch Christ. Interesting. That's interesting, lad. Well, yeah, he's definitely not short of a bob or two, this lad. We know that much. Nice one, Dutch Christ. Thank you for letting us know. So Zane's a property investor, is he? Zane Miyasi, you want to buy my house, mate? Or just buy it and let me live in it? Because I'm going to have to move out soon. Otherwise, Mark Coughlin, thank you, says, I will happily... happy 8 months there, Mark Coughlin, bro. Let's get a hashtag 8 in the chat. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, getting your comment in here. Thank you so much. Hashtag 8 months for Mark Coughlin, long-time legend of the channel. Thank you so much, bro. Absolute legend. Appreciate it. Antony Dos Santos, guys. Antony Dos Santos. There's not much to discuss about Antony Dos Santos, but we do have an update in regards to Antony Dos Santos. So one of the accusers of Antony Dos Santos, who goes by the name of Reasa de Freitas, has withdrawn her assault complaint about Antony, which was originally filed in May 2022. This is good news. So that brings the level of accusers down, or the number of accusers down, to just 2 now. So... that's good news, isn't it, guys? You know, of course it is. It still doesn't really help the matter. If it's 1, then that's a problem. But 3 was really bad. But one woman has now dropped the allegations against him, which is obviously great. And here's a little bit more about it, basically. Which is from Ryan Silver, who says the update on the Antony situation. One of the 3 women withdrew their accusation. Reasa de Freitas accused Antony of assault in a car. She withdrew the accusation because she was fighting another woman in his car, not Antony, not the other 2. Super chat. Bloody hell. So, you know, that's what was going on. That's what we talked about yesterday, if you remember. We sort of mentioned it without confirmation, but we mentioned the fact that that's what we thought was happening, was that, you know, somebody had alleged something towards Antony, which wasn't true. There was somebody in the car who, you know, had a Barney with this person, and Antony tried to split them up, and then one of them tried to peg something on Antony, basically, and obviously it wouldn't stand because there's witnesses, and, you know, they had a police statement given at the time which confirmed that they had a Barney between each of the women. So, you know, that's good news anyway, guys. Look, okay, it doesn't free Antony of all of these accusations and allegations or anything, but that's 1 down, 2 to go, hopefully. And I still hope that he is innocent, and that I hope that for many reasons. I hope it because he's our player. I hope it because he's not capable of that, or I hope he's not capable of that. I hope it's so that there hasn't been a victim who has been abused. That's primarily what I hope, that there hasn't been a victim of abuse, you know, and we can just move on with our player we paid £85 million for. That's what I hope. Now, obviously, I'm not hoping that he's gets off if he's guilty. If he's guilty, he needs to face the justice. But if he's innocent, I really hope he's found innocent. And I hope it doesn't go anywhere, because how horrible is that if you're falsely accused of something? So let's just hope that this all plays out very, very soon, and we find a positive outcome. But that's 1 down anyway. Luann France, thank you so much there, Luann France. Oh, she says, loving the man bun, Piggy. My name is Zlatan, and I am Lion, my friend. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is greatest Swedish striker of all time. Zlatan Ibrahimovic does not wear man bun. Man bun wears Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic does not drive Volvo. Volvo escorts Zlatan to wherever Zlatan wants to go. Zlatan Ibrahimovic will score 17 goals whilst retired. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is half human, half lion. Zlatan Ibrahimovic lives in Serengeti and heals like half lion, half human, half alien. That's 3 halves. Zlatan Ibrahimovic does not adhere to 100% fractions rule. See what I'm saying? Thank you so much there, Luann France. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know, rocking the old Zlatan man bun these days, aren't I, Luann? Thank you. Thanks for noticing. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Going to make me blush. Thank you, Luann France. I appreciate it very much indeed for loving the man bun there. That's very nice. Very nice of you. Thank you so much. Okay, right, let me just have a look at what Rushy sent me during the live show, my transfer guru. Check his page out, transfers_UTD on Twitter. If you want to put your link in there, Rushmano, please do, lad. Transfers_UTD is his page with great updates daily on Manchester United and all the latest goings on with the takeover and transfers and everything. He sent me a few things. He says it looks like Rafael Varane is back for the game against Bayern Munich. Some outlets reporting that he could well be back. We'll see. We need him back, don't we? If anybody's back, that's who we want back, because he's the gel that holds that defence together, it seems. Also, we do have some report here. Khaldoon Al-Mubarak, keenly involved in squad plan at Man City, discussed over the summer what would be required to represent a step forward in the transfer market, as opposed to standing still following the UCL win. So that's it, there you go. Man City striving, as they are with their facilities and everything, to try and improve constantly. Not just resting on their laurels after a treble victory, but to try and keep improving. Yep, there you go. Bruno Fernandes reported from The Sun here, but still, Neil Custer's reporting that Bruno Fernandes confronted Scott McTominay after Saturday's defeat to Brighton. Lissandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof also lost it with each other. I would be confronting Scott McTominay after that game if I was Bruno as well, because that was a fucking disgrace of a performance by Scott McTominay in that one. But probably not true anyway. But who knows? It sounds like paper talk, guff from me if it's coming from The Sun, but who knows? Also, some quotes here from Harry Kane about Man United and playing us on Wednesday. Harry Kane in a interview suggests that he says this: "We have to be prepared for Man United, and of course we want to get the crowd behind us as early as possible on Wednesday in front of our home crowd and approach the game with a lot of intensity." So it's going to be a tough one for United, that. Also, a report here from Fabrizio Romano says that Manchester United were in pole position to sign Xavi Simons in the summer if the player had refused to return to PSG following the activation of their buyout clause. That's via Fabrizio Romano. Thank you for the live updates there, Rushmano. Absolute Don. Appreciate it. Well, I'm going to do a rundown of what we discussed in this show very quickly for anybody who's missed the start of the channel stream today. And we'll get into the Q&A in a little bit. Thank you, everyone, for being here and having your say. We're going to get into the Q&A very shortly. Am I shaving it all off soon, says Travis? I don't know, actually. I might do, mate. I mean, I really don't know. I'm starting to recede, aren't I? Kate Cadet's right about that. I don't want to be one of those people who has like a skullet. You know what I mean? Like a bald mullet. Once it gets back here, mate, I start looking like fucking Avram Glazer, mate. And nobody wants that last rat in the shop look. You know what I'm saying? So if this recedes back any further, mate, I'm not keeping the rest of it at the back, mate. It would look like, I'll look like fucking William Shakespeare's half-brother or some shit. It's not happening, bro. So, yeah, if that happens, zipping the whole lot off. At the moment, we're hanging on for dear life here, mate. My forehead's getting as large as Anthony McPartland's, though. But, we're hanging on, bro. Zamiasi, thanks for your super chat. He says, Piggy, if they made a film about the fridge, who would play him? Also, Resident Evil 4 remake, Extra Levels, is being released. Oh, mangasm. Zamiasi, nice one, bro. Thank you for your super chat there. Seriously, though. So, who would play Harry Maguire in a movie if they made a film about him as a fridge? Instantly, John Cena springs to mind. Don't know why. He's large, he's got a square head, and you can't see him, mate. You can't fucking see him. So you could slot him in there in the back line, and he would be invisible. He would fit that role quite well if he has to recreate sort of defending scenes. But no, let's think about this. Actually, Harry Maguire. Who could play Harry Maguire in a movie? It's a really, really interesting point and a topic there. I'm just trying to think. Tom Hardy? Not Tom Hardy, mate. Tom Hardy's too cool for that, mate. Torn French. Torn French. No. Let's have a good think about this. So, who could play Harry Maguire in a movie? Interesting. I'm going to say... Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando. The actor in The Godfather, yeah? Because he's dead. So, he would probably do quite a good portrayal of Slabby Maguire because he's dead. You know what I'm saying? So it does kind of make a bit of sense. It does make sense to have somebody who's no longer breathing play Harry Maguire because he's such a dead bloody player, mate, and is so unbelievably gash when it comes to defending. Oh, great shout there, Richard Keel. We talked about this the other day. Were you here, Jarvis, the other day when we talked about that? Jarvis, what's going on, mate? He says Jaws from James Bond can play him. Yeah, that guy Richard Keel or whatever his name is, mate. We actually discussed this the other day. Yeah, that's it. Tommy Bond. Did I say that the other day, or is that you coming out with that? I can't remember now. I swear we talked about this the other day. But anyway, Richard Keel, Jaws from James Bond. That's a great shout. He's also dead too, sadly. He's dead too, sadly. So he would be a good contender to play Harry Maguire also. Surely it should be Bernard Bresslaw, says Rushmano. Keel's dead too. Yeah, sadly that is true. Johnny Depp, Bruce Forsyth. The Green Street guy. What? Elijah Wood? Or the other one? Or the other bloke? The one with the shit accent? Anyway, Ben Affleck. Not sure actually, Kingface. I haven't weighed myself for a little while, mate. But I put on a few pounds after my birthday, gorging and stuff. I don't know. I need to have a weigh in, but I don't know. Probably like 15.5 stone or some shit like right now. Ben Dorr says Jim Carrey. Russell Brand says Madhouse. Bloody hell. Elton John probably says Rajat. Kevin Hart. Well, Sloth from the Goonies. Okay, anyway. A fluffer from an adult film. Bloody hell. Bela Lugosi. I want to suck your blood. Shrek. Who doesn't like Milka Rajat? Anyway, right, enough about that. Right, time to move on very quickly. Let me do a rundown of what we discussed. Give us a repost on social media if you want, guys. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. I'll shout you all out in a minute. Everyone. John Candy would have been perfect. What a legendary actor, Mr. John Candy. Anyway. Right, quick rundown of what we discussed, then we'll get into live chat. So, Gary Neville thinks the Glazers are shithouses. He said that he doesn't know if Ten Hag will change. There's been great managers at the club over the last 10 years that have come and gone and failed and have been up against the Glazers shithouses. He said that we never thought that we would compete with Arsenal or City because we weren't able to go out there and really truly spend and bring in those big name players such as the likes of Harry Kane or Declan Rice and people like that who we should have been going to get because we don't have the money because of the shithouse Glazers, basically. Reports from Fab that Ten Hag's situation at Manchester United is solid, even despite the start that we've had to the season, and that, he's got the backing from the board as of right now, obviously, so he should. It's only 5 games into the season, pretty silly to just get him gone already at this moment in time. But we do have significant injury problems at this football club. There's 11 different players that are injured right now and a couple of off-the-field issues as well. Here's a list of all the players that are injured. Tom Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Rafael Varane, Luke Shaw, Tyro Malacia, Sofyan Amrabat, Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, Ahmad Diallo, Antony, Jadon Sancho, loads of players out injured there. Nightmare. We know that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is injured for a good few weeks, maybe longer as well. Sustained an injury during that Brighton game. Not the best way to go about it there. Didn't really need to come on for the last 10 minutes. Nightmare. We're not interested in signing any players on a free, it looks like. This is what Fab confirmed earlier, said that Manchester United are not going for any free players right now. That seems to be the case. David De Gea is a target for Real Betis as well. That's an interesting link. Many teams have been linked with De Gea, but haven't been able to reach any sort of an agreement due to the player wanting such high wages. Can that change? We know that also Racer De Freitas, one of the accusers of Antony, has now withdrawn her complaint on the player, which is good. Originally filed in May 2022. This is good news for Antony. It turns out that there was a scuffle between her and another woman in his car, and it seems like Antony tried to break this up, basically, and he was accused, obviously, of assaulting a car, but she has withdrawn the accusation because she was fighting with another woman, not Antony. So it does seem like that's one down, perhaps more to come in regards to finding out about these alleged accusers, etc., whether or not that could be the case. There's more updates as well. Man United takeover behind the scenes, possibly progressing, says Fabrizio Romano via Court Offside. Things are happening regarding the Man United takeover behind the scenes, but the parties prefer to keep it secret. Rio Ferdinand and many people have been coming out talking about how bad the Glazers are running this football club. Alan Shearer as well, suggesting that there's no communication going on at this club. Obviously, the fact that the Glazers have kept us in the dark for so long about owning this football club, about selling this football club, and they're still here, and that who can really do their job properly with this all hanging over us? No communication from the top down. What an absolute debacle. There's this reporter from the Bloomberg giving us a bit more insight into the whole process, and says that he says, I was told that not much will happen in the process in August and September, but it is believed that the process will progress within the next few weeks. My feeling is that Sheikh Jassim will succeed in taking over the club in the end. So let's hope that that's true. Sheikh Jassim would be lovely, of course. Other journalists coming out as well, having their say. Andy Mitten suggesting that it's time for the Glazers to go also. And Fabrizio Romano just reiterating the fact that this club is facing big issues due to this whole is it, isn't it takeover situation hanging over us. He says that the takeover at United is causing issues in the daily job that's happening at Manchester United, of course. That's basically the latest United news, folks. We're going to get into the live chat now for a Q&A. Big love to everybody getting in here, big time. We have got to 75,000 subscribers. I'm going to pop over to Twitter now real quick. Shout out all the legends that have reposted the show. It does help us out. Make sure you smash the like, smash the subscribe, get involved. We have got 75k subs now, so get on board the Bacon Express before we get to 100k. Oh, yes. Get yourself subscribed. I'm going to pop over to Twitter, guys. 2 seconds. Big love to the 24 reposters. Diane Legend has reposted the video. Thank you very much to J United, Sanjay Ramatar, Stephen Braun, Aaron Homeyard, Tommy Boyle, United Mark, Transfers _UCD, Kieran Watt, MMCG 2022, Vincent Bullock, Jaden, John Boy Cat, Fergus 007, Cedric Abel / Sir Jummy, Rug Muncher 007, The Butcher of Manchester, MUFC Brummy Reds, Mohammed FN, Good Jim Bond, Veronia Day, Larry Hassan, Luan France, and Boomy, and Jarvis Cocker. Thank you so much, everyone, for retweeting the show there. You're a bunch of legends. Right, I'm going to get into the live chat now, guys, for a few minutes and see what you legends are saying for yourselves. Time to discuss things. We have been on here an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm not going to stay on here a ridiculously long time. But let's get into the chat and see what you legends have got to say for yourselves then. Road to 100k, it's coming, it's coming. Shearer is bitter, says Alex Core. Well, I think he's fair enough for what he was saying, though, about the Glazers shithouses, though, lad. I'm feeling sorry for Ten Hag. I agree. Thank you, Rajat. Mbappe James. Oh, what a question. I think he will. I'm trying to remain optimistic. I think he will. I've got faith in him to turn it around. This was a similar situation last year, wasn't it, with the start that we had? You know, I'm going to say yes. Oh, was that too loud, was it? My bad. Maybe that was a bit too loud there, my bad. Oh, okay, Travis, thank you. It's a bit loud. Nobody could hear me, my bad. Well, thank you to all the legends, though, that did retweet the show. I'm not going anywhere just yet, mate. Yeah. Maguire is praying for us on Wednesday. How do you feel about that? I couldn't really give a toss what Slabo thinks, lad. What's that all about there, Mr. Madhouse? Sick animations. Yeah, big up to Mr. Wonton Doodle. His link's in the description. Go subscribe to his channel. Give him some love. Ten Hag job has to be safe. We literally can't sack him because we can't pay him 18 million. Man United would owe him. There you go, United prodigy. But also, you know, he's got to get this club to perform to a reasonable standard. Now, I know he's up against it, but we should still be on the fringe of, you know, top 4 and things like that come Christmas. If we're not there or thereabouts, then he probably will get sacked. And I'm not saying it's all his fault or anything, but he has still got to get the best out of this squad and make better decisions. Not right yet, not just yet, lad. Imagine Harry Maguire assisting Harry Kane in the game versus Bayern thinking he's playing for England. Don't. Please don't. Please, I don't even want to think about Harry Maguire playing in that game. It feels great, Ben Dorr. Thank you, everyone who's got us to 75,000 subscribers. That does feel amazing. I am ready for it, D-Money. I've downloaded it onto my console, lad. We'll actually be starting with the FIFA streams on the 20th. I have decided, which is Wednesday, the 20th, before the game. So we'll do an afternoon United news show. And then we'll come over and we'll play on the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming, until about 6:30, and then we'll be on for the watch along at 7:30. That's my plan on Wednesday. So we're getting back on it because the new web app is out on Wednesday, so we'll be checking that out. Yeah, Larry, interesting shout, mate. You know, interesting shout. Might do that at some point. Good shout. Sacking manager after manager isn't the answer. I reckon we're going to get drubbed up, Smithy, unfortunately. I am doing a preview tomorrow for the Bayern game, big time. Yep, come and tune in for that. Steven says, we'll be sick for Christmas. That would be disgusting. It'll have to be a big one, says the Spurt Cadet. We'll have to do something special. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't know what, but you're right. It will have to be a big one. Who in their right mind would buy Mount instead of Maddison firing? That is a debacle of a decision. I don't get that either. Would you start Hannibal versus Bayern, says Jarvis? Well, I mean, I would actually. I probably would. Based on the fact that who's available right now, I probably would. It depends who's fit and available. Obviously, if Sofyan Amrabat's fit, then I'd give him a go. If Casemiro is fit, you've kind of got to play Cassie, even though Cassie was crap in the last game. And then, other than that, you've got players like Bruno, obviously, who should be played in his own position. But I think maybe a midfield three of like Cassie, Mejbri, and Bruno might be the best shout for that particular game because, look, McTominay's proven guff, and it seems like a lot of the other players are just not fit. So, yeah, I would probably give Mejbri a shout. And I'd give Pellistri a shout on the right wing as well. Why the hell not? 3/4 of the way to 100k. Yes, sir. You have an idea. Get a drone to fly a banner at every United game reading fuck off Glazers, you absolute mouse. They've already done that, haven't they, in the past? Didn't really have much of an effect. Ten Hag's the only manager I have no faith in is away from home. Yeah, no, we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle, particularly against Bayern. Pig, what major trophy do you think Ten Hag can win during his time at United? Well, it depends how long his time at United is, doesn't it, really? If he gets sacked off this season, he's not going to win jack shit, is he? If he is here for several years, I'd like to think he can win us a Premier League title or a Champions League trophy. If he's here for several years, that means he's earned it and he's earned his right to stay, and that means we're successful. So, you know, what a question. I don't know, mate. I mean, I don't really see us winning any major trophy right now. I just can't even think about that. Tommy says, you heard Shearer's story about meeting Sir Alex and Kevin Keegan on the same day to decide who to sign for. Interesting. No, I don't think I have seen that. But, I mean, he made the wrong decision, didn't he? He made the wrong decision there. Bloody hell. Should have definitely gone to... I know that's one that got away for Manchester United. Obviously, same with, like, Paul Gascoigne and stuff, who ended up going to Spurs instead. That's one that got away. Shearer surely looks back on that. I know he went to his boyhood club or whatever. He was a Geordie. But surely he looks back on that and thinks, fucking hell, I could have gone and won everything and had years of success and loads of trophies playing at United. What a shit decision that is. That's a great shout, Travadinho, lad. Are you going to come and play for us then, Travis? You're going to make the trip down? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't got anyone scoring apart from Hannibal. That was a banging goal. Hey, Aaron, get in there. He's only gone and put the watch-along on there. Thank you, Aaron, for putting the watch-along in there, bro. Nice one. What a lad. Thank you so much there for putting the watch-along link up there. That's set up already for the Bayern Munich game, guys. I'll pin it to the top of the live chat. Feel free to go over and smash a like on it at the end of this stream. It would be nice if Amrabat's fit, Tommy, wouldn't it? Graham Potter, nah, he's not a big club manager, mate. Look at him at Chelsea, was shite. Got to learn. Ten Hag's to Jonathan, not completely out Ten Hag's fault. Definitely not his fault. 100% not his fault. Well, not 100% not his fault, but 99% not his fault. He is still making errors, though. Like, as I say, some of these selections, bringing on subs that he has done, he doesn't have to do that. Yeah, it would be unwise, the Spurt cadet. It's just too hasty at this moment. I think the players are playing for the manager because I don't, and that only ends up one way. Well, the last game, if you look at their performances, I'd say no. But before that, I'd say yes. But certainly the last game, they just all looked like they couldn't be asked, and there was only about 2 players that actually looked up for it. So who knows? Yeah, Travis says he'll play. Okay, nice, mate. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know where... So I don't know where we'd have to... We'd have to be... I live down south. I live on literally the southern coast. So it would have to be down here somewhere. So it's going to be a bit shite. It will be a bit shite, really, if because a lot of you people don't live in the south. So, yeah. Don't have anyone else see Ten Hag till end of year. But, yeah, no, I would like to do that, actually. I've got some great ideas for a football club, lad. We'd play in green and gold, 100%. Get in there, says Fraud Sports. Greed out, 100%, lad. Kieran says, we'll come out and prove why United going 2-2. Aaron agrees with the Cake Cadet. What did the Cake Cadet say? Cake Cadet. You agree with the Cake Cadet? Cake Cadet says, oh, yeah, sacking Ten Hag. Yeah. Good shout. Ancelotti. Hey, Ancelotti, I got nothing but big respect for the Don, Carlo. He's a great proven coach. But there's been great proven coaches come to United before and fail due to the shithouse setup with the Glazers, etc., such as Mourinho and Louis van Gaal and people like this. But Ancelotti is amazing, yeah. Foster, one of Bernie's best, got a red card, says SDJC Korea. 5-a-side tournament would be awesome off 793. Yeah, that would be pretty sick, actually. Well, look, one day, mate. That's a cracking idea, lad. It's a brilliant idea, actually. It is actually a sensational idea. I could play in goal and, you know, show you what the Piggy's all about. Pig, everyone else improved this summer. We went backwards. You'd be surprised, Piggy. Southerner, says Timmy. Well, that's cool. I mean, let's do it. I'm up for it. We'll have to have tryouts, mate. Even the Don won't sort this, says Scott. He's too old now. We want someone long-term, says Sonny. Yeah, as long as it's not... We have to play in some sort of a league or something that doesn't play, like, Saturdays or Sundays, though. That's the problem, because obviously we've got to cover the United games and stuff, and we can't actually play at the weekends. We'd have to play some, like, 6-a-side, 7-a-side weeknight league or some shit like that. What do you think about Everton's takeover, says Sri Harsha? Just goes to show you it can be done, can't it? Yeah, I am DeLuna. I paid the money as well. What a load of shit. Piggy Canal is important. Come on, Piggy. My channel is important. Yeah, you know it, Sir Jimmy. Thank you very much, bro. Meet up on the Isle of Wight. How can our modern-day defenders struggle to play out from the back? I don't know. I know. Listen, Ten Hag's supposed to be bringing that style as well. Yeah, 5 games in, it is a bit of a overreaction, I know. Hey, DJ Disco Day, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Sancho and Antony, what a shit show. Yeah, he's had to deal with that, and he's had to deal with players like Maguire and McTominay refusing to leave, and unsellable players like Martial and people like that. So it isn't ideal. I'm sure he doesn't want those melters. Armband goes to the Spurt cadet. Okay, get in there, my son. Right, anyway, guys, I'm pretty much going to have to wrap this video up then. It's getting late, and we've been on here for 90 minutes now, so it's a long old stream, but thank you, everyone, for getting in here. Yeah, definitely. We could stream it on the channel. That's exactly what we do. We'd make a series out of it. We'd make content out of it. I've been talking about this for years. I'd love to do it. We're going to do it, man. We're going to do it. One day it's going to happen. Is Casemiro now at the point where he can be benched? He appears exhausted. I was talking about this earlier, actually, Jarvis. I probably would bench him because he has performed very badly. You can't just keep playing players when they're crap. I know he's one of our most experienced, especially when it comes to continental football, best players, but he's not been playing like it. Got to go Brighton v Man United away, do great stadium in town to go on the beer. Yeah, that does. I've heard about that, actually. I've heard it's a great away day, that one, lad. Absolutely. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate you, lad. Only a couple of hours away. That's awesome, then, yeah. Well, yeah, let's be having you. Let's be having you. Let's discuss it. I'm going to look into some stuff. I have been talking about this for about a year now, about setting up a football team. So let's do it. We can have Zamiasi's sponsoring the shirts, can't we? Zamiasi can be the shirt sponsor. It will say Miasi's Narcotics on the front, and we can get sponsorship by Zane on the t-shirt, on the kits. Great shout. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up now, peeps. Come back after this video is finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we've discussed. Hashtag Glazers out. Get in there, the Hoopman Piggy Lasso. Hashtag Glazers out in the live chat if you haven't done so. Make sure you smash the like before you go. Help us get to 300 likes. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. We've got 75k. Thank you, Jack. Says congrats on 75k. Thank you so much to every one of you for getting in here raw. I do appreciate you all. You're a bunch of legends. Thanks for being a part of this channel. What a community. Basically, right, pig vid done. Basically, it's just your goal and full-time reaction. Okay, fantastic, James. Is it up on the channel already, mate, or have you still got to upload it? Because I'm just wrapping up now. Get in there. Thank you for editing that, bro. Nice one. Okay, great stuff. Yeah, thank you everyone for getting in here. I appreciate you, you bunch of legends. Stay classy, everyone. Have a great evening. And okay, going to upload it now. Okay, guys, go and check out the Clips channel. Just put an extra, exclamation mark, extra in the live chat. Thank you, Hoopman. Thanks to all the moderators. Thank you, everyone, for getting in here as well. Make sure you check out the watch along. The link is at the top of the live chat, guys. So at the end of this stream, appreciate it if you could go to my watch along that's set up and smash a like on it for the Bayern Munich game. That would be amazing. It is pinned to the live. It is, you know, pinned to the top of the chat there. Check it out. So click that and go over and check out the, you know, the watch along. But I'm also just going to pin this extras channel to the top of the live chat. Jams has just uploaded a new vid. So go and subscribe to that channel, the Clips channel, Flying Pig United Extra, and there will be a new video on there as well. So please do that. And yeah, check out the watch along, guys. That's it from me. Thanks for tuning in. Piggy loves you. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. Go and smash a like on the watch along. Set up for Wednesday night at 7:30. Come on, United. Don't melt. Don't let us down yet again. And remember, it's called the Cinnamon, Matthew Smith. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler. The sea. Thank you very much. Oh shit! Sir Jummy just gave us 5 new members, mate. Sorry. I had to come back because just to say thank you to Sir Jummy for gifting out 5 members on the channel, mate. Get in there, my son. Had to just come back very quick. Thank you so much, Sir Jummy. Can we get some big love in the live chat and some hashtag Glazers out to end on? Sir Jummy, thank you so much, bro. What an absolute massive legend. Thank you, Sir Jummy, for gifting out 5 memberships. Randall, Uncaged Squid's got 1, C Talent Nurse, Kevin Kilban, and James T. given the memberships there by Sir Jummy. Thank you, Sir Jummy. I appreciate you, man. Get in there. Completely ruined my outro there, but it was worth it. Thank you so much, Sir Jummy. You're a hero. And the outro has now been updated as well. So if you didn't know, all of the Pork Platooniers, all of the Sausage Soldiers, basically tier 3 members and above now appear on the outro. It had to be that way because there's just so many memberships now on the other tiers. It's so hard to keep on top of. And also, there's a lot of gifted memberships which expire after 30 days. So that's why it's only the Sausage Soldiers and above. And all the patrons as well. If you want to support us on Patreon, you can get an exclamation mark Patreon in the live chat if you want to sign up there as well and support the channel. But no pressure, obviously. We treat everyone the same here regardless. Thanks for that, Sir Jummy. Thank you so much to all the members of the channel. Have a great day. Have a great evening. And Piggy loves you. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.